Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Um, we are
Shin,
live.
the whole
Yeah.
world can hear you right now. What do you have to say to them?
I
What?
don't know.
God damn it, my fucking phone. No, shut up. You don't know what to say?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have anything to announce to the world right now.
Why not?
I mean, why would I?
On this world.
Do I though?
Yes. What?
Or am I just part of it?
No, you live here. Being a part of it is living here. What do you mean?
I don't know.
God damn it, my remote's across the room. Hold on, I'll be right back.
No, my
Be one
remote's
second.
across the room. Oh, my remote is on the other side of the room.
Oh. What are you saying?
Nothing.
No, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Tell me, what were you saying?
Nothing.
What were you saying to our 0 viewers?
Nothing.
Now you promise?
No.
But you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying something.
What were you saying?
That your remote's across the room.
Okay. And you promise that's what you were saying?
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was getting views as well. I would have friends come into the stream.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. What's up with that?
I don't know. Your friends abandoned you.
I guess they gave up on the channel. Dude, it's over.
Yeah. They don't like you no more.
Fuck. Fuck. Okay. I'm putting my PlayStation on there as well. To get the viewer count up to a staggering 2.
You want me to join on my phone?
If you feel so inclined, you don't have to.
Yeah, would you like me to?
Yes. Yes, I would. I would.
Okay.
So, this is the my Marvel tier list with Shin. I've played. Why don't I check actually how much I've played?
You want me to check my credentials?
If you want.
Okay.
I have played 132 hours of this game. I've gotten every single achievement. The highest rank I've been at this moment is Diamond 2, which is really not that high. But I just haven't really played that much ranked because I'm learning the game.
Now, I've played almost 60 hours. Just about 60 hours. Okay. And that is not counting all the time I played on the PlayStation on your shitty laptop.
You have 60 hours, really?
It is counting the time.
How the fuck do you have 60 hours?
I don't know.
That feels like a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. Yeah, surprisingly high, and I've been playing Overwatch for a while, so that should do something. I don't know. That should count to something. Yeah,
we both have played Overwatch extensively. I think the highest... Well, I've been higher ranked than you in Overwatch.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the highest rank I ever was in Overwatch was probably like Diamond 2?
Yeah, mine was like Diamond 3.
You've been to Diamond 3? On what role?
On support.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to start off here, Loki.
Never mind. Doesn't really matter.
What's that?
I'm almost to gold 1.
I mean, yeah, you and everyone else, really.
No, 98%.
Honestly, bro, like bronze through plat, it's like nothing.
Yeah, I know.
It's nothing. It's fake ranks.
Yeah. Talk to me when.
I mean, like my highest rank being Diamond 2 is bad, honestly.
Yeah. Talk to me when you reach Diamond.
I mean, even so, like that's like really Diamond is when the game begins, I think. That's when real comp starts. So,
all right.
we're starting off with Loki. This is a character, out of all the supports, I've played Loki the absolute least. Because every time I've played him, he felt horrible. Shin's played Loki much more. But my honest take, dude, Loki kind of blows. I think he is probably one of the worst supports in the whole game, if not the worst support in the whole game. I wouldn't say he's D tier because he can put out good heals, and his ult, he can just steal a better character's ult. So that would make him a C tier, I think.
Yeah, it's really situational, and it's also really map reliant on how well he plays. And you really have to, like, at least for me, to get good heals and good damage at the same time, you have to have your team, like, perfectly lined up. Like, if you guys are going dive characters, then Loki is pretty much, like, not usable. Yeah. Very good survivability, though.
I mean, even so, in the talks of survivability, he can be extremely effective against dive comps. But if you're solely looking to survive, you'd be better off going Rocket or Jeff or Invisible Woman or Mantis because you can sleep, or Luna Snow because you can also stun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just
but then,
so
like,
many
you could
better
go
options.
Invisible, and then, like, you could, like, play mind games. It's fun. Like, I like his playstyle a lot. He's not good.
He needs something, dude. I don't know. He needs something. And especially considering, so for his stats being so piss poor, and his ult not being as strong, like everything just being weaker, not only is he weaker, he's just harder to play. All the other healers, you can just use them for the first time and just hold down buttons and you'll do good. Loki is so much harder to play that it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty easy fix.
But it's kind of similar to Spider-Man in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty easy fix. They could just, like, lower his reload time and slightly, like, up his, like, clone time.
See, I would say to reduce his projectile, or increase his projectile speed.
That too, that could also help.
I think that is his main problem.
Dude, his reload speed is so long. Holy shit. It's, like, on the same time as, like, Doctor Strange's reload speed. That is forever.
He just sucks, man. I don't know what to tell you. Guy sucks. Mantis, easy S tier.
Yeah.
Just has everything. Has DPS level damage. Has extremely high heals. You can just heal bot. You can do everything. You have a great ult. She has everything. It's not fair.
It's really not.
She has literally everything.
Yeah.
And that's really all you have to say about Mantis.
Yeah.
Rocket. I have been calling for this. Everyone is very against it. Rocket is just Mercy from Overwatch.
Yeah.
You have a revival. You have high movement that makes you really hard to kill. And you do nothing but heal bot. And that's your whole character. That's Mercy. I just described Mercy. Now, last season, I would have put Rocket at B, but they've buffed his healing significantly to the point where he can just put out stupid amounts of healing nonstop. To where I would put him at A, despite his ult being trash. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to put him at B.
No, put him
his ult is still trash, and that really holds him back.
Yeah.
Because
also, like, the main job of Rocket just to heal that. He could, like, he have decent damage, but it's only up close. So most of the time players just heal back.
You're never gonna be doing damage as Rocket. You're just not. If you're ever up close with Rocket, you're positioning wrong.
Yeah. Unless you're getting, like, dived and they suck or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You'd be better off running away. Because Rocket can just run away and never die. So.
Yeah.
Ults are extremely important in this game. Many games have been lost solely off of support ults. And Rocket's ult sucks. Yeah. If you go into a comp game and you're running Rocket and Loki, or Rocket and Adam Warlock, or Rocket and Jeff, you're gonna lose because you don't have support ults. Your support ults are trash and they suck. So, for literally just his ult alone is holding him back from being A tier. and then he goes B tier,
Hmm.
and that's that.
Cloak and Dagger, high A, nice.
Previous season, I would have said A.
Mm.
They buffed her. They made her even stronger. Her
Yeah.
damage, she can do crazy damage. With that, I've played a lot of Cloak and Dagger. Her E, that can do some serious fucking damage, like crazy damage. I literally have melted people with that E.
Yeah.
And her healing is ridiculous. You can do so much healing if your team is grouped up and playing as a group because she has area healing.
I say like the thing that's holding her back is she doesn't have any movements. Like if you're
She
getting
does.
dived,
If
does
you
she?
get
Like
dived,
what?
you swap to cloak and you right click and you disappear. And also, if you get dived, you can go to dagger and you can right click and you have that bubble of healing and they can't kill you. Like if Black Panther's diving you and you put up that bubble, he literally can't kill you.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
sometimes you don't like. I'm saying like just strict movement wise.
Irrelevant. She has high survivability.
I don't know. You played her way more than me. I feel like she's slow as fuck.
And well, she is. That's why you need to use all your utility to stay alive. Which she has utility in spades. She has so much utility. And her ult is strong as fuck and it recharges super fucking fast. Like I could be wrong here. I feel like Cloak and Dagger gets her ult faster than any other support. It's like crazy fast. Like literally in comp games, I get her ult in like one team fight. One team fight. I have Cloak and Dagger ult. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So with all these buffs, also they made her ult stronger, which is like insane to me. So with all these buffs, I think she's now an S tier pretty easily. Would have been A tier, but they've teetered her into S.
Yeah. Oh, also they switched to like when you switch to cloak, it's way faster now.
Yeah.
Like the transformation time.
Which is really the only tricky part of playing Cloak and Dagger is switching in time. That's really the only tricky thing you ever have to do. Is Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Luna Snow, easy S, pretty obvious. I think she's honestly the strongest support in the game by a long shot. She's going to be banned in every single comp game. It's just not even close. Her ult is broken. Her damage output is insane. She can, like, you can stack headshots so hard. If you land all 3 of your headshots in your little burst fire, it just fucking melts. It is ridiculous. She has a stun that recharges pretty fast and stuns for a super long time. If you get hit with a snowball, you're stunned for like ages.
Yeah. Also, she had a really good team up this season with Namor.
Luna Snow just has literally everything in her favor. It's not fair.
Yeah. But also lasts for like literally forever.
Yeah. So that's an obvious S. Best healer in the game by far.
Yeah.
Adam, I think Adam is an A.
Yeah.
He has DPS level damage. Nope. Hello. What's up? What's up? Thank you. I'm good. Okay. Hold on, I gotta go. See, if I was in a video, that would be a part to edit out, but...
I mean, we could still edit it out.
Yeah, but... Adam Warlock is an easy A, because he has insane damage. I've done more damage on Adam Warlock than DPS in some games, many games actually.
Yeah.
I feel like I get ace really easy with Adam Warlock because burst healing is super strong in this game, and he has that in spades. Like he can rack up healing really hard. Yeah. I've had a lot of games. It's deceptive because there will be times where you're on cooldown, but throughout the round he will heal more than, the same amount as other healers.
Yeah. The only thing that's really holding him back is just his movement speed.
I would say his ult. I don't think his movement speed's really a problem.
I feel like his ult could be good if you know the spots to like res.
His ult is just really hard and it takes a super long time, and as we said, it's just not as strong as everyone else's ults.
Yeah.
I think it is a good ult, but the other support ults are just so much better that it's a detriment. And his shift is really good if they're running dive. It makes it super hard to get any picks. Anytime I see a Black Panther or something on the enemy team, I just shift and boom, everyone in the area just can't die now because we're all sharing health.
Yeah.
And also his shift heals. A lot of people don't know that. His shift also heals.
Yeah.
So super strong. My favorite support to play because he's the most fun in my opinion. Actually has strategy to him. Just weak ult because it doesn't just make everyone unkillable like everyone else.
Yeah.
Jeff the Land Shark.
It's my guy.
What to say about Jeff? What to say
It's
about
my
Jeff?
little baby. He have really good burst healing, and he have a really fast reload speed,
Right.
and pretty high survivability.
I think he has
His,
good healing. That's his strongest
yeah,
part.
he have good damage too. It just his ult sucks. His ult blows.
His ult is abysmal.
Yeah.
He has a massive hitbox, which I
Yeah.
mean, granted, if you're a good Jeff, you can run away and borderline never die in any game if you play him right. But he has a massive hitbox. His head hitbox is also massive. So if they're running a Hawkeye, you're gonna get one-shotted all the time, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have a massive fucking shark head.
Yeah.
So horrible hitbox, horrible ult. The damage is okay. Just
It's
not.
not
It's just
like-
not as good as any of the other supports. Like
Yeah,
other than
it's
Rocket
not-
Raccoon.
Yeah. He have, like decent damage. It just has splash damage. It just have such a big range. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, just have like a really big splash damage zone, so you could get like you could pick up some kills here and then.
Right. I just compared to every other healer, his damage is kind of trash.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair.
This is another. This is the thing. I think all of these healers that are not in S tier have their merits and strengths. It's just the fact that these other healers are just so much better. Like it's a different fucking game.
Yeah.
Literally a different game. Just so much better.
Yeah.
I would say to fix Jeff, if you're gonna make him similar to Rocket in the fact that he just can't die and also has a ton of healing, make him going into the ground into his Finn mode quicker. Jeffs get caught in that all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just say AC.
I'd say he's like B tier, like low B.
Here's
I
how
wouldn't say he's C though.
here's how I look at it. In my comp game, if I'm playing a tank or a DPS and these other characters in my game go healer, if I see these two in my game, I am upset because I know I'm probably going to lose the game because these characters are horrible.
Yeah.
If I see a Rocket Raccoon, I know that we're not going to have the support ult advantage, but at least he's going to heal the fuck out of me and I'm going to get revived and it's going to be okay. Everyone else, I'm like, hell yes, this is who I want to see on my team. These two on my team is literally a detriment. I'm like, shit. We are not going... I'm going to have to, like, literally diff so hard to make up for the fact that we have a Jeff and Loki on our team.
Yeah.
That's how bad they are, really.
Wow.
Of course, you can have good stats on these characters, but the fact is, they are just so far behind everyone else.
Yeah.
They suck.
You could have good stats on any healer.
Right. They're just bad. They're horrible. They're really hard to play with and work around.
Yeah.
If I have a Luna Snow on my team, I don't even have to think about it. If I have a Loki or a Jeff on my team, I have to like really try to play around them, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
Invisible Woman, obvious S. I would.
Actually, no. I'll put her in A. Honestly.
I disagree. She's super strong.
She's just like. Actually, I don't know. She's like a high A. She's like better than Adam Warlock, but I feel like she's not quite there in S tier yet.
I think she is. She can rack up nuts damage. Her shield is so strong.
Yeah.
Blocks damage, has a huge shield radius, and heals whoever's touching the shield. Like, that's fucking crazy. That is such a crazy ability.
Yeah. Her biggest thing is just her pull and push.
That is also, like, crazy utility. That is so strong.
Yeah.
And her ult, I would say her ult is better than Mantis's and Cloak and Daggers. I think she has the second strongest ult just behind Luna Snow.
Yeah.
She gets it super fast, and it's just basically the same as Luna Snow.
Yeah. It just not as long duration.
She has high survivability in the sense that she can go invisible, and if she's near any teammates at all, she can put down a shield on the teammate and then just heal in that shield. So if you're playing Invisible Woman, you need to stick by your teammates so you can just heal yourself all the time.
Yeah.
I think she's really busted. You can do crazy damage as well.
Yeah,
Her,
I feel like her only downside is that like she just have really slow fire speed.
it comes back though. It hits him 2 times. It's a
Yeah,
double hit.
but
Like that's nuts.
I know, but it just feels slow. Like if you have multiple targets to hit, it just you'll you're like better off on Luna Snow than Cloak and Dagger.
I would say her damage is on the same page as Cloak and Dagger.
Mm. Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't played a Cloak and Dagger that much.
Possibly even more, honestly. I'm just picturing the fact that she can pull somebody into the entire team and then hit them at their feet, so it double hits them really fast and comes back to her really fast, and she can just spam that and just fucking melt. And she can shield, so whoever she pulls can't do anything in return. Like, she's so strong.
Yeah.
It's just kind of nuts.
Oh, a lot of people don't know this, but her shift it's like a gravity pull. So like Iron Man's or like Doctor Strange's around that area, they can't go up.
Yeah.
They're just like stuck.
I'm kind of tempted to honestly put her higher.
Really?
Because Mantis got a major movement nerf this season.
Oh,
So she's
right, I
much more
forgot.
hittable. She's a pretty massive target now. And I'm
Yeah.
not seeing Mantis in games as much, but she.
One thing with Mantis too, it's just like her cooldown ability. Like not I'm saying her cooldowns is pretty long. She doesn't have like unlimited heals.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put her right here.
Mm.
I think she's better than Cloak and Dagger.
Mm.
I don't have an extensive amount of playtime on her, but from what I've played, I think she's better.
Yeah.
And she gets her ult as similar speed to Cloak and Dagger, and her ult's just so much better. So.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And that's all the supports. It's a girl world for supports.
Girl World with Adam Warlock and Loki.
Yeah. And now onto the tanks, which is I feel like I have the most expertise in tanks here.
Yeah, I can't really say much.
I just mean like for myself on all 3 roles, I feel like I understand tank the most.
Mm.
It's kind of hard to rank though.
Yeah. Well, okay. Where would you put Hulk?
I would say tanks are pretty well balanced this season. None of the tanks really stand out to me as like broken or unusable. I think every tank is usable. I think unlike Overwatch could never get it right. There's always like 2 or 3 tanks in Overwatch that season that are just unusable. I think every tank is usable and viable, which is great. I really, Landon always says this game is not competitively viable. It's not balanced. The tank, they smashed the tank roll out of the park.
Yeah.
Every tank is usable. That is something Overwatch could never say. you know? So starting with Hulk. It's really hard to place him. Hulk's probably my favorite tank to play.
I feel like if you're just good at positioning, Hulk could be like super strong.
Hulk can... If you have a team that's awake, Hulk can be near impossible to kill.
Yeah.
Because he can just get out all the time.
Also, his ult just gives him like a second health bar.
Well, yeah, it's just Winston Primal. Better than Winston Primal, really.
Yeah.
The problem is Hulk is very team dependent. So it's harder to say because we're not playing at a higher level yet. But Hulk really requires teamwork. And a lot of times, if your team doesn't help Hulk, he struggles. He can't do anything. He'll just get melted and stranded. But if your team helps you, he can just run everyone over. Just beat the fucking shit out of everyone.
Yeah. Also, his team up with Iron Man still really
it's
strong
the best
season.
one of the best team ups, if not the best team up in the game.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I don't think he's S tier, just because he needs a team like really hard. To succeed. I want to put him in S tier, but I just don't think he is. I'm gonna put him in high A. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Last season, Doctor Strange was an obvious S.
Yeah.
I think this season he might still be an S, but it's a lot closer.
Mhm.
My mouse is blinking red. I gotta plug that in. Shit. The logic behind still putting Doctor Strange in S is the fact that he's always a good pick, no matter what.
Yeah.
You could be running any comp. You could be doing anything, any map. Doctor Strange is always there, always reliable, always a good pick, no matter what. Doesn't matter what the enemy team's doing. Doctor Strange is good.
Yeah.
And they nerfed his shield. His shield is still the best shield in the game, really.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
portals.
it's just so good because how big it is.
Yeah, a lot of the maps, the portal is just kind of hard to get good usage out of.
Yeah.
I just don't really know what to do with the portal a lot of times. Doctor Strange's
Mm.
damage is still super good. He's just the frontline tank. He's always good to have on your team frontlining, no matter what.
Mhm.
So for that, it's an S. But he's pretty balanced. He's good.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah. You're a man.
Now, this is gonna sound. I don't know. I kind of want to put him in S. Captain America got so many number buffs. He is fucking crazy. Like,
I feel like it just a lot of people don't know how to play him.
right. We're playing at all these low shitter ranks where no one understands how to use Captain America. I'm telling you, in my games, I am unkillable. I never die. He literally cannot die. If you know the map and you know where the health packs are, you can't die. You just you run around and just get health packs, and there's always like a DPS and a support having to not play with their team to focus on you. So you're putting them in a 4v5, which should result in an instant win, but as we're finding in a lot of my games, somehow it's not an instant win. I don't know how my team's losing a 5v4, but anyways, you're constantly getting the attention of two people, and the moment they stop giving you that attention, I just dive and instantly pick the support. And there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
I dive the support, they can't stop it from happening because the other support is up in the front with their team. They can't heal the other. You know what I mean? There's a you completely just break their positioning. They don't know what to do. Their minds just split. And his damage number, he does really good damage now. Yes, before you weren't really able to pick that support, even though they're isolated, just because you do such little damage, they're able to regroup in time. Now you can kill really fast. Like if they're running like a invisible woman or something, I'm waiting. There's two of them chasing me. They finally stop chasing me. I jump on that invisible woman. I kill her in like 10 seconds less. Like it's immediate. Because I hold all my utility and then I just unload. And it's just an instant kill. I think he is super strong. I think the higher ranks are so locked on Magneto and Doctor Strange that they don't really see the value in him yet. He's good.
Yeah.
He's like super good. Yeah. There's that one, the number one ranked Captain America, who I kind of emulate in my gameplay. I don't remember where he's at in the top 500 at this point, but I'm telling you, dude, like, he's lethal now. Especially with the Thor team up. Dude, with the Thor team up, you literally, like, insta-kill. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. Because your shield, you don't even have to aim it. It just locks on. Which is crazy. But, yeah, and plus you get a movement speed. Like, dude, he's busted. I genuinely believe he's an S tier. He's so strong.
Yeah.
I think people need to wake up and learn how to use him. That might be my craziest pick on this list, honestly, because like
craziest hot what's it called? Hot take.
Yeah, because I just think a lot of people don't understand Captain America. He is so strong. He's like Doomfist at his peak right now. But no one understands that he's Doomfist at his peak, so no one's using him. It's crazy. He's so good.
Yeah.
Groot. I haven't played much Groot, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I also haven't really touched him. But just like I don't know, I feel like most people don't know how to place his walls. Most of the time his walls end up hurting the team.
Right. Groot is really situational, and everyone in the lobby has to play around him.
Yeah.
It's really hard to run any dive when you have a Groot on your team.
Yeah.
And
Also, he's slow as fuck.
he's a
Big
major
ass
he's a
hitbox.
major hitbox, which means you're borderline a detriment because now
Yeah.
both of your supports have to every time there's a Groot in my game, both supports have to heal Groot the entire game, like the whole time. So he's distracting because he's taking away heals from everyone else in the team because he's always pulling in heals. He does have really good damage numbers. And if he does his walls correctly, it can really shut down. But again, situational. If they're running a Punisher, a Bucky, a Hawkeye, a Storm, Iron Man, they will just a Squirrel Girl. They will just melt those walls like super fast, and now you're just a giant hitbox out in the open.
Yeah, honestly, Namor too.
Yeah, I mean, most of the DPS they can just melt his walls really fast, like really fast. He has a really strong ult. Good ult. That pairs well with a lot of other ults.
His little throwable thing.
His bomb does really good damage. That's like really good damage. I just think compared to other tanks, he really lacks that survivability, and he takes too much. Like he just requires too much support.
Yeah.
You have to like babysit Groot.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of annoying. And I think he's just a little passive. He has really good damage numbers, but Groot never makes like game-changing plays except for his ult. He never really gets picks. He just racks up damage really hard.
Yeah.
Still though, I think he's really strong and can be used good. I'm gonna put him in A. I think I don't think there's a bad tank in this game right now, honestly.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
You tell me season 0, I would have said Venom was the worst tank by a long shot, and he still might be, but he's really usable now. He's borderline unkillable.
Yeah.
He is just an unkillable punching bag.
Yeah, if you have like good supports, he's like undiable.
He can just sit in the front line and just stand
Take
there
damage
forever. No one can ever kill him, no matter what.
His shield ability is pretty good.
He can dive constantly, and it's hard to punish him for borderline feeding because he just can't die.
Yeah.
Maybe that changes at higher ranks where people are actually more attentive, but at these lower ranks, I watch Venom just have no positioning at all and just dive into the entire team, and he gets out.
Yeah.
Which is just not fair. So, and he can stack.
Ult that just...
Huh? What?
His ult just sucks. I don't like his ult.
Yeah, his ult is a little tickle. But if you time it right with the team fight, it'll lead to picks. Because it crits everyone. So if you do it with your teammates there, your teammates should be able to pick that up. It's just, again, at lower ranks, no one picks up on Venom's ults. Venom ults and hits like 3 people and crits everyone, and then they all just heal up because Venom's teammates aren't shooting at the critted people. So I think Venom is another character like Hulk, like Groot, that benefit higher rank gameplay. I think that's why, I mean, Doctor Strange and Magneto are just so strong because they're independent. They don't really have to play around anyone else. They can just do whatever they want. Whereas Venom and Hulk and everyone else has to, you know, teamwork. This is a team game. So for that, but still, you know, infinite survivability, and he can do really good damage now. A lot of Venom games, he has highest damage in the lobby. Even when I'm on DPS and I'm like racking up damage, he'll still have higher damage than me sometimes. Because he can afford to literally just stand in front of the enemy team and just hold down left click the entire game. So it's a constant pressure. Venom is a non-stop pressure on the enemy team. Just a nuisance. Even if he's technically not doing anything and it's up to the DPS to make something happen, he is always in their face. Always stressing them. And for that, I think he's better than Groot. Better than Adam Warlock, actually. What am I doing? I think that's fair. Now, Magneto.
I personally don't think that Magneto's that good.
Why not?
At the moment. Like, I don't know. I feel like his ult kind of sucks. Like, you could... It just sucks.
Everything about Magneto is really strong except for his ult. I think.
he have decent damage, and his shield is he have good bubbles, but it just you can only use that bubble once, and you have to pick between your teammates or yourself.
His bubble
And if
is
you like,
super strong though.
yeah,
Like that
but
shit
he
can
just
take
has
so
like a
many
long
hits.
cooldown.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if it were any shorter, it'd be busted. His shields are really strong. Like
I know,
when somebody is bubbled, you have to hit them like 5 times to get that bubble away.
I don't know. Maybe because whenever I play Magneto, I don't have a team or something.
Mm.
But I feel like every time I play Magneto, I just get critted so fast. He also have a pretty big head hitbox, I feel like.
Yeah. Um.
Like if they're running Hawkeye, if I'm running Hawkeye and there's an enemy Magneto, I could just crit him so fast because his head is just massive.
Well, I think that's just them not positioning correctly, honestly.
Hmm.
As Magneto, whenever I play Magneto, I never even worry about Hawkeye or anything.
Really?
I just, yeah, like, he can stack. I think he might have possibly the best damage out of all the tanks, really. His damage is nuts.
Hmm.
The only thing that separates him, I think he still might be an S tier just because he's so good. Poke is the name of the game right now. Poke is the strongest
Hmm.
comp, and he is Poke. There's only 2 true Poke tanks right now, and he's one of them.
Hmm. What's that?
Just Doctor Strange and Magneto.
Magneto.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange is better because he has a better shield and better ult, and ults are huge in this game.
Yeah.
So Magneto is not as strong as Doctor Strange because his ult is bad. However, Magneto's ult, when you get good at Magneto and you time that ult right, it almost always guarantees an at least 1 pick, which can
Yeah.
win a team fight.
Hmm.
So a higher level Magneto play, his ult is bad, but it's still almost, it's like an 80% chance you're going to get 1 pick,
Yeah.
which I think is still viable. I mean, I have many Hulk ults where it's just like Winston Primal and I survive and I don't get any picks.
Hmm.
But Magneto, I feel like I'm consistently always getting like 1 pick. Even if it doesn't kill on the ult, it'll crit them and then you can just immediately hit them and they die. Magneto's damage is nuts. The right click that builds up the little dagger thing, it stuns and pushes them back, and it does crazy damage. His regular shot does crazy damage. He has a bubble shield that's really hard to take down. He has a shift shield that literally can't be taken down. He's just similar to Doctor Strange in the sense that he's just a safe pick every time, no matter what. Just a real bastion of the team. That I mean, I feel like every time I go Magneto, I've not had a bad Magneto game. You literally just can't go wrong with him. So I think despite
Yeah.
having a weak ult, he's still S tier. However, obviously Doctor Strange is better just because the ult. And I would say he's better than Captain America, I think.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Just because Poke is so strong right now.
Yeah.
Poke is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Thor.
One thing I see with Thor, obviously I haven't played him that much, but I don't know, like I feel like a lot of people I see Thor just like dump all their utility out and then they just don't have anything. I don't know how you could do that because whenever I play Thor, I just at least have one hammer always to get out. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because I'm just in the shitter ranks that people just can't get out.
Yeah.
Because they suck at managing utility.
Well, people don't know how to deal with Thor Force, and they don't know how to position with Thor, and that was the most difficult thing. Thor is still probably one of the hardest tanks to learn how to play. Like when I first started playing Thor, I thought he was just dog shit because I just didn't know how to use him. But once you learn how to use him, you just have to position it right. And they use the Thunderbolts ability that uses all of Thor's Thor Force. I kind of forgot what it was called. People think to just use that as much as possible, and you do want to use it a lot, but they use it and then they're just stranded.
Yeah.
So you need to know when to use it because you basically become a giant glass cannon target. You no longer can get out, and you no longer can build up shield because you can't use Thor Force. That's what makes Thor so tanky.
Be only using that when you're like with your team.
And a lot of people don't know how to use his E. His E is so good. Many games with Thor, I shift in, and I get onto a support or a DPS, and I press E on them, and I start beating them up with the hammer, and they get out, and they wouldn't die, but then because of my E, they take that extra damage and they die, and support can't get to them in time. Yeah. So he's really strong. His ult, however, is ass.
Yeah, his ult's actually just so bad.
Him and Penny have the worst tank ults in the game by far, I think.
Yeah.
Venom's ult is better just because the fact it crits people. Thor's ult does fucking nothing. Literally nothing. It's so slow. Everyone can get out of it. It's horrible. It makes Thor a giant target that everyone can just shoot. It sucks. Horrible. A lot of times it just actually harms you to ult, which is, it should never be the case with an ult.
Does he take damage? What's it called? What's it? Fuck. Like, does he receive less damage when he's in?
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, because I just feel like every time I get melted. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's just really hard to use. It just sucks.
Yeah.
His damage is crazy though. I'm telling you, the E ability, you can fucking melt people if you use your Thunderbolt ability correctly. Like, that does so much damage.
Yeah.
I've gotten, games where I have like 35 picks on Thor, like fucking 15 of those picks are from the Thunderbolt ability, where I'm just slashing shit out and just killing people immediately. Like, it's instant. He is really nuanced though. He's the hardest tank to understand, so it takes a lot of time.
You have really good mobility. Like, you could just always create a distraction if you don't want to play Captain America.
And this is kind of hard for me. I know the #1 Thor player does it really well, but it's kind of hard for me to get behind the enemy tanks and then push them forward into your team to kill them. Kind of like a semi-Wolverine movement. Thor can do that, and I have done it a couple times, but it's just difficult. I haven't really learned how to do it consistently. So Thor is just a character that I think is only going to get better and stronger over time as more of the player base learns how to play him. Yeah. But his ult sucks, and for that he can't be an S tier.
Yeah.
His damage is nuts. If it weren't for the Iron Man team up and Hulk's ult being really good, I would place him above Hulk. But because of those reasons, I think he goes right here. What do you think?
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Venom is just slightly better. By how much longer he can survive. His survivability.
But the thing is, though, Venom is just a bit too passive for my taste.
Yeah.
Thor makes shit happen. Thor can get so many kills.
Yeah.
Thor probably honestly has the highest damage out of any of the tanks. I'm not exaggerating. I think Thor can probably kill the quickest out of any of these tanks.
Yeah.
He can kill wicked fast.
Wow.
It's just people don't know how to use them. And especially sitting back. If you're sitting back with your supports and say Venom dives, if you're Thor, you go Thunderbolt and you just slash the fucking shit out of him and you shift him away from your support and you E him. You literally just stomp on him.
Beat him up.
Like, it's a different world, really.
Yeah, it's fair.
I think you could definitely make the case that Venom is better, and even Groot. But I just think Thor just does crazy fucking damage for a tank, like nuts damage.
Yeah, just, I don't know. He's just less beginner friendly than Venom and Groot.
No, by far he's the hardest tank in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. So it just, like, it depends on the person that plays it.
I would say Thor is probably the hardest tank. Captain America second hardest, and then Hulk third hardest. That's how I would rank it. Maybe Hulk second, I don't know. Something like that. Those are the 3 hardest tanks. Just because you have to have a genuine understanding of how to move and how to do everything. Like, you have to understand everything to play those characters.
Yeah. Also, you need to know the maps and stuff.
Yeah, Captain America especially. You cannot play unless you know the map.
Yeah.
Last tank here. Penny Parker. This is a tank that I hate playing. I haven't played much of her. I just think she's really unfun to play. Doesn't feel good. However, I've seen so many people use her. She's in a lot of comps. Her ult is kind of bad. Her ult's bad. The only time she can have good ult is in low rank lobbies where no one knows what they're doing, or they're already winning the team fight anyways.
Yeah. Or they just can't aim.
Right. Most of the time, an actually competent team will just melt Penny Parker when she ults. Just immediately.
Yeah.
And her mines are relatively avoidable at higher ranks as well. It's kind of hard because she can throw them directly at your feet, but they have enough time where if you're a support or a DPS, you can get out of her mines. Tanks are kind of too slow sometimes. Namor's too slow, stuff like that. But a majority of the roster has time to get out of her ults.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, her little spider nest thing. At higher ranks, that gets destroyed.
Yeah. No one shoots at it. I don't know why. It like if you literally shoot at it, she just becomes unable. Like she is unable to play.
So I've been saying this since day one that Penny Parker is the low rank bully because no one understands how to shut her down at low ranks. But once you get to higher ranks, I think she's really not that good.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just really her right click that's super strong.
Right. Her CC is her best part of her kit by far, and her damage is her gun just kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does like no damage. It tickles them.
She is good against anti-dive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Poke is the strongest meta right now. So a character that's most redeeming quality is anti-dive is not super strong when everyone's running poke.
Yeah.
So, like, if you watch the highest level of play, there's Necros running Spider-Man and Wolverine guy. Everyone else is running poke. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's poking. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe later, whenever they buff, like, melee characters.
I mean, maybe I'm just wrong here, but I think Penny Parker is the weakest tank.
Yeah. Maybe next season, where they actually buff melee and dive is viable, she could be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just, I feel like at higher level of play, she gets shut down completely. And she has a massive, massive hitbox and a head shot hitbox.
Her hitbox is fucking
like,
enormous.
it's free range for DPS whenever she's on the enemy team.
Yeah. Hawkeye literally kill her in like 4 seconds.
Yeah. So I think she's weak compared to everyone else.
Yeah. Sure. Also, her, like, F ability, or whatever the fuck, like, her web sling ability pretty much does nothing.
Yeah, it's useless.
It's just so bad. The only time you use it is to get a spawn.
That was the tanks, and we're on to DPS. Starting off with the Punisher, they buffed him.
He's super good now.
I think he's an easy S.
Yeah, he's so good now. And didn't he have like less bullet spread or something?
Yeah, they reduce his, that's the only change they did, is they reduced his bullet spread on both his shotgun and his rifle.
I don't know why they would do that. His shotgun was already pretty busted.
Now, here's the thing. Punisher ult is super strong, however, it's really hard to get off. Because you are just the biggest fucking hitbox on planet Earth. And everyone is looking to kill you. So it's really difficult. However, if you have a team that supports your ult, like gives you shield, heals you, you can just erase the enemy team. You have good movement. Like you can get out of Namor ult, you can get out of Moon Knight ult with your right click smoke. You can just jump out of it. Crazy fucking damage. You can just have a turret with literally no downsides. There's no downsides to his turret. It's crazy. Anytime you're getting dived, you pull out the shotgun and just delete them with like 2 shots. I already thought Punisher was A tier, S tier in season 0 and no one knew about it. And then they made him even stronger this season for some fucking reason. And now everyone knows about it. So, yeah. Punisher is one of the best DPS by far.
Yeah. Also, he had just like a grappling hook with crazy range.
Yeah,
so you just get out spawn instantly.
Yeah, he can come back super, super fast.
Yeah.
Depending on the map, anyways.
Yeah.
Storm? Storm has been buffed super hard.
Yeah, she's viable, but I don't know. She's just still a massive target in the sky.
If you position her correctly, though, really not that much.
Yeah, if you position her good, she's pretty much unhittable. But in lower ranks, most of the people just sit in the middle of the sky.
Right. Well, the thing is, too, at higher ranks, people are going to be banning characters like Hawkeye and Hela and stuff still.
Yeah.
Iron Man doesn't even fully shut her down now. He does if he has the Hulk team up, but if he doesn't have the Hulk team up, they're kind of on even footing in a 1v1 scenario. Whereas before, he would just run her over.
Yeah.
I think she's A, honestly.
Yeah.
She's
A tier.
I would put her like right around here.
I say right about yeah.
Yeah. Because and she buffs everyone's damage on her team.
Yeah.
Many Storm games, she's gonna end up having the highest damage on the team because she's just stacking nonstop.
Yeah, she just does damage.
She's just super oppressive.
Yeah. Also, her right click is pretty good.
Yeah, and her ult is super good. One of the best ults in the game. It's like unavoidable.
Yeah.
Just completely unavoidable.
Yeah. I think her ult is just slightly worse than Psylocke's ult.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it might be better than Psylocke's ult at this point.
You think so?
It's like unavoidable. It's so fast. You literally can't escape her ult.
No, I think you could still get out. Like, it's not like Psylocke's, which is just like instant. It doesn't give you any time to get out. Like Storm says it, and there's like a moment where you could like kind of predict where she'll go. Because you have to like in her little circle range, you have to move onto the map. Psylocke is just fucking instant, and her range is super big.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to play more Storm. I don't have like an in-depth understanding of Storm.
Yeah, pretty big. Pretty good. It just if your team dies, you're dead.
Hawkeye still in S tier.
Yeah.
They nerfed him. Wasn't enough.
No.
He is still just super strong and oppressive, and everyone has to be on notice whenever Hawkeye exists.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't think he's better than Punisher.
No.
I think now that they nerfed him in that sense, he's probably the weakest S tier on here.
Yeah.
He's still an S tier though.
He's still S tier, but he's really limited by his range now. Like Punisher could just sit back and blast him.
Yeah. I think he's much more balanced now, but still top of the pile.
Yeah.
Gila. Now, I have not played Gila since the nerf because I hate this character.
I played her. She's not as good anymore, but I still see people like actually dominate entire matches with her.
I think she's still good. Her ult is still super strong.
Yeah, and have a get out of jail free card.
Yep, she literally can just ult in and ult out, or get out, and no consequence at all.
Yeah, fly in, fly out.
Her damage is still good. It's still a hit scan, which is super. I feel like she should be a slight projectile, honestly, kind of like Bucky. I don't understand why she's a hit scan.
Yeah, makes no sense.
She's still strong. Obviously not the top of the pile. Obviously not going to get banned every game anymore. Still really strong, especially when you have characters like Storm getting higher up in the meta, and you have characters like the Punisher. I mean, she can headshot the Punisher relatively easily.
Yeah.
I think she's still an oppressive force, and it should be A tier. I'm gonna put her right here.
I say just right above.
Put her right here.
I say, yeah, okay, that's fair.
I think so.
Yeah.
Black Panther. They hate you. They hate you, Black Panther, man.
Yeah. I hate Black Panther.
I would say Black Panther just might be one of the worst DPS in the game.
Really?
He sucks. They nerfed everything.
Yeah.
He just does like no damage. He's super
only viable if the enemy team have a Hawkeye and you just dive.
He is a real stress. Like, he's a real pressure against the enemy team at all times. I'm always on edge whenever there's a Black Panther enemy team, but he can be shut down and countered super easily, and that is just because supports are so strong. All of these guys just shut him down, just completely. And Loki can't die. He's anti-dive. Jeff can just fin. This guy can just run away. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
Everyone can just run away from him.
Adam Warlock, and Adam Warlock have the big shift.
Yeah, and he can also just revive. Like, Black Panther is if he was placed in Overwatch, he would be good. But since he's in this game, he's not good.
The only person he's good against is just Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to run him other than if the enemy can have a Hawkeye.
Everyone can stun him. He can't kill tanks. He just tickles tanks. There's plenty of DPS that counters him, like Iron Man, Bucky.
Storm.
And the more kind of shuts him down. Wolverine, he can't do shit to
Yeah.
Wolverine. He can't do shit to Mr. Fantastic. He can't do shit to Magic. Black Panther kind of sucks right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I would
They nerfed melee characters so hard this season.
I would say he's up for contention on D tier, but I'm just gonna put him right here for right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, speaking on dive characters, Magic has been buffed massively.
Magic is really good now. She's like literally borderline unkillable if you play her right.
She gets armor for just existing every 2 seconds. Really hard to kill. Super oppressive, always on the back line. She can charge through the stuns. I still think these shittier heroes kind of shut her down on dive because they can just not die and run away. However, and she just has such a massive radius. She can go into the enemy team and literally just hit the entire team at the same time.
Yeah. Also, her slash, it just has so much range. Like, you don't even have to play like up close if you don't want to.
I would say she's
also her teleport just gets out of most alts in this game.
Yeah. I wouldn't say she's the strongest dive because Psylocke and Wolverine exist, but she's much better. I don't know if I'd even put her in A, honestly. She is really good. But
I say she's just low A.
I just think there's better tanks. Or not better tanks, better dives.
That's fair.
She's really tanky and annoying to deal with. Her ult is kind of bad and can be punished easily. And even when she's diving, honestly, if your team is coordinated, a lot of the times Magic gets off on your team just being uncoordinated and just diving supports and supports getting no help. If you have a tank or a DPS hanging out in the back line, they can just shut Magic down like hard.
Would you say she's a low elo bully?
I think so. I think she's another low elo bully. I think at higher levels of play, she'll get shut down pretty fast.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm kind of just guessing here. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna put her at like a high B. I think Rocket Raccoon is probably better, but this is where I put her, honestly.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
There's just better options, and she can be shut down. She's still really strong though.
I gotta go soon in a bit. So
how soon?
Let's parse her.
How soon?
Like 17 minutes.
17 minutes? Oh fuck, dude. No way. There's no way.
No, we could go, sir.
Yeah, right. Moon Knight, strong A.
Yeah.
I would.
It just does crazy damage.
Put him above Gila.
Yeah. Alt is super fast. Does crazy damage. His hits connect with the team.
Really strong ult, just bounces around, just does non-stop damage.
Pretty good movements. And also, if you have the ability with cloak and dagger, you could just get out.
Yeah, just constant damage output, really.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him any higher, just because he is a big ass hitbox and he doesn't have that much movement.
Yeah.
So if he's ever caught, he's done.
Yeah.
Squirrel Girl actually has an ult now, which is huge. Characters, it's good to have an ult.
Yeah.
I would still place her in B.
That's fair.
Just because
I feel like
all the other DPS just do more.
Yeah. She's like Junkrat, and with this game, I don't know. I just feel like her attacks just isn't as good as everyone else. If you have like a little squirrel jail, that's pretty good. And she have like the ability that refreshes her.
That's her only good utility is the stunning, but
yeah.
Maybe that changes at higher level of play. I feel like that's just really hard to land, and it just doesn't land that much.
Also, her hitbox is massive.
Yeah, I feel like it just misses a lot. The stun.
Yeah, that is true.
Her jump is kind of useless. Like whatever.
Yeah.
So she has one good utility.
Yeah. Her jump, most of the time, if you jump up, you're just like a massive target.
So we're looking at a character that can do really high damage because you can just constantly shoot shit down lane, which means she's also map situational. Depends on
Yeah.
the map that you're playing and how good she is.
Honestly, the only time you should go Squirrel Girl is if they have a group.
Mhm. And what was I gonna say? She her ult is good now. Actually has an ult. However, still
Yeah.
not even close to the strongest DPS ult out there. There's just so many
Yeah.
better DPS ults.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna place her at B. I think she's probably weaker than Magic, honestly.
Yeah.
Black Widow
Black
still
Widow,
sucks.
D.
Unusable.
Put her in D.
Literally unusable.
Pretty much just a throwing pick.
I don't know what they're thinking. She's still fucking dog shit.
Yeah. I feel like with a character like Black Widow, it's just so hard to balance. Because she's either gonna be too strong or just dog shit.
Iron Man still super strong.
Yeah.
However, as the Punisher is stronger, Iron Man gets weaker. Iron Man is completely shut down by Punisher. Just completely.
Yeah.
It's Farah Soldier all over again. You can't play him if Punisher's out there. So for Iron Man to work, you'd have to not have a Punisher, not have a Hawkeye, not have a Star-Lord, not have a Gila. There's just...
You have to have a Hulk.
There's too many variables.
Yeah.
There's too many things that make him unplayable.
Yeah.
However, when he is playable, like if they're running like a Psylocke and a Wolverine or a Mr. Fantastic or some shit, then he can fucking rule house and just kill everyone.
Yeah.
He can just literally curb stomp the entire team if they don't directly counter him.
Yeah.
But if they do directly counter him, anyone, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like because people are playing him so much, a lot of people have gotten better at dodging his ult too.
His ult is not that good, no.
Yeah.
One of the weaker
Insta kills.
DPS.
It could shut down Luna Snow, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. If you're playing a comp game where Punisher and Hawkeye and Star-Lord are banned or something, or no one's playing those three characters, then maybe you could get away with it. Yeah. And then you can just win. But if the enemy team is awake and they'll just counter swap you.
Yeah.
So...
People swap the Bucky so fast.
Well, Bucky doesn't even counter Iron Man. It's a projectile.
No, but it's just he could still counter it if you could just like land your shots.
I mean, if you're bad at Iron Man. That's just fair. If you're bad at Iron Man, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bucky is never a problem, personally.
Nah. I feel like I could hit Iron Mans a lot with Bucky.
Yeah, because they're bad. They're just out. They're not. They don't know how to position.
Yeah.
I would say right here. Right here.
But above Hela?
Yeah. I think he's better than Hela.
That's fair.
Spider-Man still sucks.
Yeah.
Needs more utility recharge. Just needs to be faster. He's out of team fights for way too long.
Yeah.
Like literally that's it. He just has to take breaks way too much.
Yeah.
If he could be in the fight
cooldown is
more,
just way too long.
If he could be in the fight more, then he would be probably the best dive in the game.
Yeah.
But he has to just sit back and do nothing. He can be super annoying though, like just unkillable. No? Hello? Shin? She's gone. I know what happened.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Yeah, my mom's talking to me.
Okay.
I should probably get ready to go, but...
Yeah, I'll try to finish this. I think Spider-Man, because of all the faults, is probably a low B. You could make the argument that he's C tier, but I think he is borderline unkillable and he can get really sneaky kills, which elevates him to B.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, I think sucks. I think Scarlet Witch is D.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch is horrible. Horrible damage. Horrible.
Only good thing about her is just her team up with Magneto.
Right. Which isn't even that strong anymore. And honestly, Magneto doesn't even need it. So, Magneto doesn't need the team up. She just does nothing. She has high survivability, I guess, because she can just run away in her little shift. But she sucks. There's like no redeeming factors about her, really. And that's that.
Yeah.
Bucky has been pretty majorly buffed this season. They made him way more tanky, way more hard to kill. He gets armor back on like everything. His hook is super strong. He can just insta kill. Like if there's a Bucky in the game, he's gonna insta kill Spider-Man all the time. Just hook him, dead. That's it. Magic, hook, dead. Bucky is kind of the anti-dive DPS, really.
Yeah. He also counters Psylocke. Heavy.
Right, yeah, well, Psylocke's dive. He counters all the dive pretty easily. His ult is not super strong. His ult is kind of mid-tier. You can roll with his ult, but it doesn't happen that often. And it's just not as strong as other DPS ults. So for that, I am going to put him in high B. I think he's high B.
His ult is only good whenever you need to clean up, like when they're crit. Yeah. It's just like a cleanup ult.
Well, if your team can follow through with your ult, you can open them up with your ult, and then your team gets that pick, and then you can go again.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the time it's just safer to use this ult when it's like nearing the end of a team fight.
Yeah. I feel like that's fair. High B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord is still pretty fucking strong.
I would put him in A tier initially. One of the best ults for DPS in the game. Really high survivability because he can just dodge and then he literally can't be hit in his dodge. He shuts down Storm and Iron Man super hard.
Yeah, you have no fall-off damage.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He can melt tanks really hard as well.
Also, he's just fast as fuck.
Yeah. So I'd put him in A. Honestly, high A. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
He's in a great place right now.
I put him in Buffstorm.
I put him like right here, honestly. He's good.
Yeah.
Now Namor with the team up is obviously an ass. He's gonna get banned every single game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him like, honestly, bro, like, like right here.
Yeah, Namor's strong as fuck.
He's gonna get banned literally. No, you know what? He's not gonna get banned. The Luna Snow's gonna get banned because the team up.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Just a stupid team up buff. I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah. Unkillable squids. Yeah. Get out jail free card. Pretty good ult.
Yep.
Yeah.
So once you get to Diamond, you're never gonna see Luna Snow in any of your lobbies. So.
Yeah. And especially higher ranks where they could like hit headshots. He's strong.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
Psylocke is probably maybe the best dive in the game. It might be Wolverine. I don't really know. One of the best. One of the best ults in the game. Has really high survivability because she can just disappear and run away.
Yeah.
However, I think people overestimate her damage a little bit. She doesn't insta-melt that hard.
Yeah. She have to lurk around.
Yeah. She's not like a constant stress in the way that Black Panther is. Even though she's far better than Black Panther. I guess a better comparison would be Wolverine. She's not a constant focus like Wolverine is. Like she doesn't pull any attention away from her teammates getting shot. She just is kind of selfish in that way. Just a selfish playstyle, you know. I would say Star-Lord's probably a little better. So is Venom. I'd put it right here. Just because her ult's really what makes her so good. I think her base stuff is a little overrated. Just a little bit. Put her mid-A.
I gotta go now. Can you finish these up by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know if she left. She did. So I don't have Shin's gone. All right. Let me finish this. So I got 3 left. Wolverine, I think, would probably be. He's pretty good. He's kind of just a force to be reckoned with the entire time, no matter what. I wouldn't say he's S tier. Just because he's kind of situational. If they're not running 2 tanks, then it's not good to run them. If they're running a penny, it's hard to run them. So I would be putting Wolverine probably right here, honestly. I mean, you've already seen the highest level Wolverines on YouTube just sweep house with him. His ult's really strong as well. It can just completely win a team fight, really. And it recharges pretty fast. And yeah, high A. Now, Iron Fist sucks. Borderline unusable. Honestly, D tier. I would consider putting him in C tier, but I think he's just garbage. Just garbage. There's not. You just can't use him. He does no damage. Massive hitbox. Huge cooldowns and everything. I think he just blows, bro. Honestly, they need to do some major buffs to Iron Fist, and I don't know how you buff him without making him super annoying. But yeah, just unusable. Especially at higher level play. The higher level play you get, the more unusable he is. He's another one of those low elo bullies where people think he's good because they don't know how to play the game. Once your team is working together, they just shut down Iron Fist like nothing. Like nothing. His ult sucks too. He just dies super fast in his ult. Just no good. However, he is better than Scarlet Witch and Black Widow because he does something at least. I mean, somebody prove me wrong. I have yet to see a good Iron Fist in comp. I have not seen a single good Iron Fist player in all of comp. I don't think it exists. And lastly, to finish off our list here, we've got Mr. Fantastic, who is... a lot of people don't understand him because he's listed as DPS, but he kind of plays more like a tank. He's just the ultimate crowd control. It's kind of hard for me to place him just because he's brand new and I don't really fully understand him yet. He's got a lot of nuances. I think it might be a similar situation to Wolverine where everyone thinks he's really bad at the beginning, but then it turns out he's actually good. That's what happened to Wolverine. Even I thought that. I thought Wolverine was bad when the game first started, and he's actually good. So maybe it's the same thing with Mr. Fantastic, and we just need to learn how to play him. His ult, however, is bad. His ult is just horrible. And when he gets big mode, which is really where you want to be the entire time, he doesn't have that much range. He has surprisingly little range in big mode. And his deflect shield doesn't really feel that good. Like, I feel like in most games, Mr. Fantastic is just pretty passive and just doesn't do much. But he's just crowd control. He's like a tank. He just frontlines that shit. And he's really hard to kill. He's like borderline unkillable. So, just because of his survivability and always able to just be on the front line and just be a nuisance, I'm going to put him in A. This might be wrong. I don't know. We'll have to see as time settles. And so this is the tier list that I have set on January 17th. This is the tier list. Season 1. Alright, thank you for watching. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And yeah, see you around.